So welcome to the Leathercraft Masterclass with me, Phil, and in this episode of Tabletop Reviews, we're going to be taking a look at the Tenax Fastener. So what is a Tenax Fastener? Well, it's going to be a small closure that is used typically in marine environments. Now, it's going to be very durable, very strong, and highly corrosion resistant, and that's actually something we're looking for in the leather goods industry. Now, this is made from solid brass. It is stamped metal, so it's not machined. So it's stamped metal, but it's made from solid brass, and it has a coating, or rather a plating of nickel over the top of it, which gives it that silver color. It is available in pure brass, but it is a very large order in order to get that. I believe, if I recall correctly, around 5,000 units or more. So if you're involved in leather goods production, that might be feasible for you. So there's two parts to the fastener. One is the male stud, which will likely, for example, attach to the front of a handbag or the front of a small briefcase. And then we have the female button, which is this one here, which would be, say, the flap on the bag over the top. And this is what you would use your fingers to pull on in order to open. So the best way to show you is to actually install it, and then you'll have an idea of what we're talking about. Now, on the male stud, you have a locking ring here, which is toothed on the inside, so it grips your leather. And we have a thread that it attaches to right there. And you want to get a hole punch that's one size down from the hole punch that fits over the threads. So this is a 7mm, and it doesn't quite fit, but the 8mm went over the threads. Now, if we cut a 7mm hole, it just means that there's going to be a bit of pressure on the threads from the leather, and that's exactly what we're doing. And incidentally, J. Clark Marine, who sent me these free of charge, just as a trial to see what I thought, also supplies hole punches. Now, I got these for free. I did not get these for free. I paid for these, and I really do like them. So he also sells these if you're looking for them. So I've slightly undersized the hole on this one, and again I've done the same thing. I've chosen a 9mm for the female button because the 10mm slipped over easily. So what I'm going to do, very roughly, I'm not going to measure out, I'm just going to place this roughly in the center there and then make a hole. I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. And now from the rear, I'm going to take the male stud, place it in, and then just screw that in with my fingers. Or just turn the leather, whichever's easier, as far as I need to go. And then I'm going to take the locking ring, the toothed side, and place that over the top and then start rotating just to get it on there. Once you find the thread that bites, it will very shortly after, the teeth will actually hit the leather, so you can't keep screwing that in. So we're going to take the supplied key, which comes with each one of these, and I'm just going to hold one side. And once those teeth start to kind of bite into the leather, you can hold the leather as well. And if you're going to do this permanently, just a touch of Loctite on there would work well. Now, if you're going to do this, you'd probably want to have a lining over there. This doesn't look too bad, actually, if that was on the inside. So it's not unsightly by any means. But you can also take a disc of leather, place it over here, stick it on, and then stitch it through. So you'd have stitches going around the outside here. And then that will be completely covered up. Or alternatively, if you're making a bag with a lining, then that's just not going to be seen. And it's nice and smooth and polished, so it's not going to catch on anything. Right, so let's focus on the female button. So this time, I'm going to go through the grain side. Doesn't fit too badly. And then just feed that on with my fingers. Now the button itself at the top is slightly toothed, not too much because that's the side that's seen, but you can see there's a little bit of tooth there. So I'm just going to screw this on. And once I get to my limit, I can then use the key. And then hold on to the leather as well. Nice and tight. Again, touch of Loctite would be nice on there. Okay, now just as a bit of advice, if you are having a bag lining, the lining goes over that. If you have a bag lining on the lid, for example, this is a flap, obviously the lining will need to go underneath this because this part needs to be exposed. And now what we have to do is take the female part and the male part, and they fit together like so. And very, very strong, very, very tough, extremely durable. Like, you're not going to pull that off, at least not very easily. You can put a lot of weight on that. Remember, this is designed for the marine industry, and Tenax have actually been making these for the last 70 years. And originally, they used them on military vehicles and garments. So they have toughness and durability in mind. Now, to remove it, all you have to do is just take your thumb and index finger and then pinch and pull, and it comes off very, very easily. In fact, you can put it on very easily just by keeping it pinched. But when it's on there, yep, it's, I thought I'd see if I can actually pull it off, but it doesn't pull off, and it hasn't bent. It has hurt my finger. But there you go. Yeah, it is very strong. Okay, another piece of leather, chrome tan on here. I do think it actually it works a little bit better on chrome tan because it just sinks into the leather and bites just a little bit easier. I haven't tried it on any thick vegetable tan leather, but you've got enough threads, there's still some exposed there, that you can actually go for something that's reasonably thick. It will definitely be thick enough if you're bag making or something like that. So that is the Tenax Fastener, and I think it will be good for minimalist style leather goods. So something that's going to be quite simple, not overly complicated in design. I think it's a very, very slim, simple fastener. Very durable, very strong, but it's not overly complicated. And I think if you were to put this on a very highly detailed project, it wouldn't look as good. But on something that's very cleanly made with simple lines and a nice aesthetic, I think this will be a very nice addition. I'm just taking these off. So yeah, so they're very, very simple to take off. So if you did want to keep it permanent, just a little bit of Loctite on the threads would just make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. I doubt it would get loose anyway because it's got those teeth that definitely dig into the leather and hold. But if you're making something that's permanent, you want to make sure that it stays there indefinitely. So thank you to J. Clark Marine for sending this through. And if you're interested, they also sell these hole punches, which I also rate highly. So thank you for watching this review on Tenax Fasteners. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also check out the link below where you can get a free leather buying guide and a 20-page tool buyer's guide, which is going to teach you everything you need to know about how to select your own leathers, what tests to take them through, and also what tools you need based on where you are as a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. So it's a tiered system to make sure that you know what tools you need at what stage of your craft. If you are interested in finding out more information, links below to J. Clark Marine. In the meantime, thank you for watching this review, and I'll see you in the next video.